Anybody know the number one objection all salespeople hear? The number one, the most frequently heard objection. Huh? Nope. A lie. You will hear a lie more than you will hear the objection. Every time you hear an objection, you must assume that is a lie. He doesn't have to talk to his fucking wife. You just have to assume it's a lie. So as soon as you assume it's a lie, then your mind triggers into, okay, let me verify. I got to isolate and identify that that's the objection, right? So you identify and isolate the objection by removing it. And you remove it any way you want because you have what's called hypothetical powers. So hypothetical, write that down. Hypothetically, you can solve any problem. Hypothetically. So you just got to be quick. And this is what practice comes into play. So you can do it quick. It doesn't, you're not going, and you're not following steps. And what's the third step? I don't know. It's natural. Okay, so you get practice. But ultimately what we're doing is you identify and isolate the objection by simply solving the problem, whatever it is, with a hypothetical solution. So tell me, you got to get your wife.
I got to get my wife.
So let me ask you a question. If your wife was here and she told you to pull the trigger, would you be ready to go?
Yeah.
Now see, if he said yes, what did he say first? No? Just got him to say yes. So that's why I say, to me, a closer is someone that goes from a no to a yes. Doesn't mean the deal's done yet, but you got to get them from a no to a yes, or you're not going anywhere. Everybody agree?
Yeah.
So you have to move from a no to a yes. So I got him to say yes. What's that also doing? It's identifying that the real objection is his wife, which you weren't listening to. You start talking about fucking numbers. He didn't say money. So if it's the real, and that's why you don't assume, you just identify and isolate. Because if it is really his wife, everything you were saying wouldn't have worked.
Yeah.
You know, it's money. Well, it's money. And you're going to get cancer. Like, fuck you, dude.
Because I'm going to tell you this. Like, the one thing that we want from you is not to show you what we think is going to work. Is to prove to you that, dude, listen, you can go out there and you can make all the money you want. And you just have to learn the skill. And that's all we're doing.
And if you make one tweak, again, you're just making this assumption that everything you hear, every objection you hear is a lie. So that just triggers your mind. Well, that's a lie. Well, let me verify. So hypothetically, if your wife was here, you don't say hypothetically, by the way. That's just the power you hold in your hand. Because hypothetically, you can fix anything. You know, I'm not going to buy today. Why? Well, my dog died. Well, if your dog came back to life, right? That's hypothetically. So you have all the hypothetical power in the world. So if your wife was here and she told you to pull the trigger, would you move forward? And he said yes. Okay, that tells me that is the real objection. And now the next step, at least what I do, is I solve it with logic. Logic, which stands for leverage, obvious gain, intelligence, and common sense. Like, you just got to have, what's that?
What was that? Logic? Put that on the board.
Logic, leverage, obvious gain, intelligence, and common sense. Like, it's common, the shit he was saying that sounded so freaking wonderful, that's common sense, dude. Have you ever seen a freaking cancer bill? So like common sense, the leverage, obvious gain, better protected than not protected. The gain of whatever you're selling. So you leverage the obvious gain of it. You use intelligence and common sense to solve the problem, because the problem is his wife isn't here. It wasn't the money and it wasn't what you were talking about. His wife wasn't here. So out of curiosity, just throw out what would be a solution to the wife wasn't here. Go get her. Get her on a FaceTime call.
You need to have your wife on the phone to make a good decision.
Yeah, what are you, a puss? Or, you know, if the wife's just totally unavailable, you can say, well, let's make this predicated to the wife's approval. That way the deal's done, and the only way it comes undone is if the wife doesn't approve. And if the wife doesn't approve, you got to now do it with her. What's the problem? Well, I got to talk to my husband. Well, if he said pull the trigger, would you? Good, we already did the deal then. See what I'm saying? So you just leverage, you just leverage the obvious gain, use intelligence and common sense to solve the problem. You are there to solve problems. People don't buy products and services, they buy solutions to their problem.
Yeah, you get paid to solve problems. I'm only paid to solve problems, for nothing else. Your words are empty without a problem-solving deal. Your words are empty without value.
And having good word tracks is powerful, but if you're using all the word tracks you want against an objection that isn't real, you're not going to close anything.
Yeah, that's it. Hey guys, listen, I want to say something real quick.